Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Hi, it's Patrick Crowe with the Real Tampa Bay Ghostbusters. I wasn't planning on doing a video about this, but so many of you have asked about the new QuickBooks Ghostbusters ads that I now feel compelled to weigh in. If you haven't seen it, this is part of a new series of commercials where notoriously irritable movie characters take on a new positive attitude after switching to Intuit QuickBooks. The Karate Kid campaign has Martin Kove reprising the role of John Kreese, the sensei of Cobra Kai Dojo. But I'll leave the macho stuff for another YouTuber. Let's turn our attention to Ghostbusters. First and foremost, how great is it to see Annie Potts back in the role of Janine Melnitz? Annie Potts was amongst the most vocal of the cast members in terms of wanting to do another Ghostbusters film, so we love her for that.
Everybody's always asking, when's there going to be a Ghostbusters 3? What do you say to them?
Yeah, Bill, what do you say then?
Yeah, Bill, what do you say?
Totally. I can accept debit, credit, or bank transfer.
For those who might have been wondering, who is the guy with Janine? I have no reason to believe that he and his company will play any role in Ghostbusters Afterlife. This gentleman is identified as Burt Baker of Hollywood Elite Security. Based on LinkedIn, he's actually a real-life executive security specialist, and not just a made-up character. This is consistent with the Karate Kid commercials, where they have John Kreese interacting with a woman who appears to be a real-life yoga instructor. So I think the ad agency wanted real professionals with somewhat similar lines of work interacting with movie characters.
Do you have any hobbies?
I collect spores, molds, and fungus.
Well, I'm thrilled to see new Ghostbusters content, even in the form of an ad. Just like we loved seeing the Ecto-1 Walmart Famous Cars campaign, I wouldn't be a true Ghostbusters fan without pointing out a few issues with these spots. Is this in any way, shape, or form tied to Ghostbusters Afterlife? Is this a preview of how Janine Melnitz might look when we see her on the big screen in July? I think the answer is no. In Afterlife, we know from the narration that Dr. Egon Spengler is dead. But in this continuity, we see his name tag on the dry cleaning, implying that Spengler is alive and well and on this side of the mortal coil. It's very odd because everything seems to be tied to the events of 1984. Namely, the uniforms and set dressing is GB1. Dana Barrett is a client. The dry cleaning had burnt marshmallow, presumably from Mr. Stay Puft. And Janine's appearance seems to have been rolled back to GB1 as well. You might recall that in GB2, she was rocking in even larger glasses and she had this punky red hairstyle with bangs. I feel like even Bill and Ted couldn't figure out this timeline.
What?
Everything is screaming 1984, but if you pay close attention, one commercial established that this is taking place September of 2019.
How?
If there has been passage of time and this is modern day, then I feel bad that we are not seeing Janine Melnitz in Ghostbusters khaki. She got promoted and wore a proton pack in the real Ghostbusters cartoon. Why is she back to doing clerical work? Is Dana Barrett, by the way, still having ghost problems after all this time, including the film events of 84 and 89? If not, why is she still receiving bills? Do they not have a payment plan? And why are the Ghostbusters using Louis Tully for their accounting needs? What happened there? Is he a terror dog? Is their staff shrinking? See what I did there? Some of these numbers might make sense for 84, but seems truly suspect for 2019-2020.
Slimer.
According to this, Dana Barrett is only paying $2,000 for Ghostbusters services, and the Cedric Hotel was only charged $1,500. Dana is practically family. But both of those numbers seem a little low, even for $84.
$5,000? I had no idea it'd be so much. I won't pay it.
Adjusting for inflation, my calculation is telling me that a $5,000 Ghostbuster invoice would be worth about $12,377 in 2019. Maybe in 2019 the Ghostbusters have competition?
Oh, wow, look, we got 2 more followers.
Under monthly expenses, we see over $58,000 for proton packs, $8,235 for dry cleaning. That would be almost $100K a year in dry cleaning. Although that would explain why they get personal delivery. We also see $5,329 in rent. I thought Ray purchased the Firehouse, Hook and Ladder Company 8, by mortgaging his family's home. Who are the Ghostbusters renting from?
This is Winston Zedmore. He's here about the job.
Beautiful, you're hired. Ray Stantz, Pete Venkman.
Congratulations.
The truly controversial moment of the ad is our payroll shot. In the original version of this ad, we only see the names of Stantz, Venkman, and Sprangler. Yes, Sprangler. And Melnitz's forgetting someone, like, say, Winston Zedmore? Also, the studio is about to release a whole new movie where Dr. Egon Spangler is essential to the story. Maybe spelling his name correctly would be a good idea. So it appears they have amended this commercial post-release to add Winston and change Sprangler to Spangler. What's interesting now is their salaries. I'm not an accountant, so feel free to leave a comment if I'm missing something here, but QuickBooks has the pay period as Monday, September 23rd, 2019 to Friday, September 27th, 2019, with Monday of the next week as the payday. Does that mean Ghostbusters don't work weekends? Janine is talking about payroll taxes, but it's very strange to me to see a message, your team will get paid Friday, January 31st. Is QuickBooks causing you to have to wait over 4 months to get paid? What's going on here? Ray Stantz's salary is covered by the message, but with some quick math, we can deduce that he is making $2,300 per week, about $120K per year. Peter Venkman is making quite a bit more at $3,100 per week, or about $161K per year. And Egon Spangler is making even more at $3,200 a week, which is $166K a year. Now, this might not take into account Ray Stantz's equity in the Ghostbusters, but as their sole financier, I'm kind of surprised that the numbers aren't flip-flop for Stantz and Venkman. According to QuickBooks, Janine Melnitz is making $1,800 per week, or $94K per year. That's good money for someone who started as a receptionist. $94K will buy a lot of tabloid magazines. But here's where things get problematic. After they added Winston Zedmore into this shot, we have our fourth Ghostbuster only making $1,700 per week, or about $88K per year. I love Janine, but there seems to be something very wrong with Winston putting on a proton pack and risking his life to be a Ghostbuster, but getting paid less than their office administrator. Now, Winston did say in the first film,
the job is definitely not worth $11,500 a year,
that he was making $11,500 per year. In 2019 dollars, that would be about $28K. So the QuickBooks salary of about $88K maybe isn't so shabby.
If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say.
You get that?
Hopefully QuickBooks works better in real life, because when we compared the updated screen with Sprangler corrected to Spangler and Zedmore added, the top part still shows the same numbers, even though the payroll went up and the display is still indicating 4 employees, not 5. Alright, enough with numbers. Let's talk about props and set dressing. It remains to be seen if we will see the firehouse again in Ghostbusters Afterlife. Clearly, this set is not from that film. I don't know their budget and what level of support Sony was able to offer, but I personally feel that the firehouse from the Ghostbusters maze at Universal Halloween Horror Nights was better. But this is solid. Not quite an A, but somewhere on the B+, B- scale.
You do? You have? No kidding. Uh-huh. Well, just give me the address. Yes, of course. Oh, they'll be totally discreet. Thank you. We got one!
They do have the right touches, her phone, the alarm button, the whale paperweight, and other knickknacks. What's weird is that she has a modern computer, but we are seeing what looks like an old dot matrix printer on the side of her desk. So is this 2019, 2020, 1984? I see the filing cabinets with the 1915 historical black and white photo of the engine company number 23 horse-drawn carriage behind it, just as it was in the movie. The film had a number of diplomas, certificates, honorariums, as well as a big map of New York City, and it was covered with newspaper clippings. Given that there would be clearance issues, this is a pretty good rendition, but I did notice that some of the news clippings are repeated. If you pay attention, you see the same woman's photo more than once.
Disgusting blob.
Let's talk about the ectoplasm in the room, Slimer. Poor Slimer. According to marketing news website thedrum.com, this was, and I quote, the original Slimer puppet and puppeteer from the original. Yes, they wrote original twice. I'm going to have to give this part of the report my eye rays of skepticism. This does not look like the Slimer of 1984 or 1989. I suspect what they might have is a version of Slimer used for filming Ghostbusters Answer the Call, but even that doesn't make sense. If you watch the 2016 Paul Feig movie, Slimer appears to be entirely CGI in that film. My guess is that maybe this was a stand-in puppet used before the visual effects were created for 2016 Ghostbusters. I don't know. Maybe an intern got really crafty. What I do know is that in 2019, with all the special effects and visual effects references for Slimer, somehow he looks worse than he did in a movie made 30 years ago. And then you got this poor performer that's in this giant... You can probably only imagine how enclosed that is, how hot it is. God only knows if this person got a break or not, but here they are in this giant duck suit looking thing. They put it on, and then they say, run towards a wall, and then they're just like, oh God, and they're just, okay, I'm doing it, I'm Slimer! Wow, just wow. This is the best you could do, especially with a big feature film coming out so soon. We know the commercial was revised to update the one computer screen, but I do have to question the quality control on the part of GhostCorps' team to let this go forward. Can you imagine the phone call that must have taken place? No, I'm gonna fix it right now. Yes, I know. Oh God, please pick up. Hi, QuickBook, it's GhostCorps. How's it going? Oh no, the check cleared. Thank you for asking. Thank you. Yeah, no, Annie Potts, she's terrific. We love her. So, you presented us with that commercial at 5:30 p.m. on a Friday night. Yeah, same night as a company holiday party and everybody's about to go on vacation. Yeah. So we may have been a little hasty when we approved it. So far, well, get a pen and piece of paper here, because I've alone gotten about 383 text messages in the last hour alone. So first question, I gotta ask you, have you actually seen the original Ghostbusters? No. Huh. Well, there's actually 4 of them. And you're doing a commercial about employee payroll and you forgot, well, like, one of the most important employees. Yeah, the African American. Yeah, that's him, Winston Zedmore. Yeah, he's got to be added. No, I think it might reflect kind of poorly if he's left out, so don't do that. Just add him in. Thanks. Also, the guy who invented the proton packs, it's Spengler, Spengler. Not with an R at the beginning. No, Sprangler. Am I sure? Yes, I'm very sure. It's kind of a big deal, like pivotal big deal. Please fix that. Yeah, please. And the Slimer puppet we loaned you for the shoot, I could have sworn we made it very clear that was just for visual reference and that to replace it in post-production. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I know. We saw it. But again, a lot of drinks were happening in the office and spending our licensing money on new cars and bows. Yeah, you get the picture, yeah. So you can get to work on this? Like now, please? It's kind of important. Well, we do have a new movie coming out. You didn't know? Huh. No, it's supposed... I thought that's why you bought the license. Anyway, no, it's supposed to, like, really revitalize the franchise and kind of need ads like this not to screw it up for both of us. So, please, yes. Today would be great, yes. No, we'll pay much closer attention next time something gets sent to us for approval. No, all right. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, bye. Oh, God. Oh, well, I'm not saying that's how it happened, but who knows? Again, it's really great to see awesome new Ghostbusters content, no matter what it is. Commercials, video games, phone apps. It's all great, you know, especially with the new movie coming out. This is all awesome. This is all meant to have fun, but I wouldn't be the Ghostbuster fan that I am if I didn't point out some of these things and just enjoying Ghostbusters as much as I do. But that's what makes fandom great. So, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Until later, this is Patrick Krill, Real Tampa Bay Ghostbusters saying, see you on the other side.